Hey everybody, welcome back. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to um, show you why I think Bitcoin is probably due for a move upwards here shortly, and what I'm waiting for, what I'm looking for me to enter. Okay, so I'll be going through three things this weekend. This weekend today. One is obviously our infinity indicator, right, which is still technically on a sell right now. Um, Second, I'm going to jump to the third thing is the RSI divergence. I'll get in that toward the end. But the most important thing I want to show you guys in this video is the hash ribbons indicator. Okay. So you can pull that up. It's a free indicator. Make sure you're not using this on, something like a stock like SPY or something like that. This is strictly for Bitcoin, this indicator. And you can pull it up. Simply just go to your indicators, um, search hash ribbons, and it's this one right here that just says hash ribbons in plain, is the one that I use. Click on it, and it'll pull right up, and you'll get this indicator that looks like this right here. If you zoom in, it'll look. If you zoom out, I guess you'll see that it has these little circles on it at times. Oh, did I? You know what? Did I? I might have changed this to oscillator. Let me make sure I'm giving you guys the right thing here. So it's definitely the hash ribbons. Okay. Okay. So when you pull it up, it's going to look like this. It's not going to look like what I had here. Okay. For me, what I did is I went in and changed. If you go to the settings here, okay, so you go to the hash ribbons here, go to your settings, and you can either put it on ribbons or oscillate. I can never say it. Oscillator, um, oscillator. So you can either have it on oscillator or ribbons. I like it on an oscillator. Okay, and that's all that I changed. Okay, um, so it should look something like this. All right, I'm going to close this one out. This is the ribbons. It just kind of looks like that. That doesn't really. I mean, it kind of does the same thing. But for me, I'm an oscillator type guy. So um, regardless of which you choose, what I really want you to focus on is when we get this, I can't say this either, capitulation. Okay. When you get Bitcoin miner capitulation. Okay. Um, so here's what I want you to focus on. Okay. So this data goes back to, I think, 2017. Okay. That was on XBT. So this one actually goes back further. This one goes back to, um, let's see. When does this go back to? I'm like fucking up my chart. Looks like this goes all the way back to 2012. Okay. So yeah, see a little dinosaur. You've reached the beginning. You reached the beginning. So this is what I want you to focus on. Okay. So every time that basically this buy signal is giving. Okay, so after the cap, cap, the cap, the capitulation capitul oh my gosh, capital capitulation. Okay, after that is when you're going to see a move upwards in Bitcoin. Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit so I can show you what I'm talking about. So you don't look at me like I'm a fucking idiot. All right, I swear I'm not that dumb. Okay, so this is really early data. This is really early Bitcoin stuff, but you can see even after I would have to zoom in even more for this. So I'm not. I guess I can just to see if it. Yeah, I mean it works even if you go way back. So you get upward price movement after you get this buy signal. Okay, I can keep it really simple for you here. So after you get this buy signal, all right, you get a move upward. Okay, so you got one here, you got one. Yeah, you kind of got one here. All right, you got one here. Price move up. You got one here. Okay, price came up, and then we had what we had. A good year of no indicator, no capitulation. But remember, that was after this one, right? So we had that move up, this nice move up. All right, then we had the move down. Okay, and then we again had what? The capitulation, right? We got the buy signal. And we had a move up. We did get a small move up. All right, and then again, capitulation, buy signal, move up, right? Okay. Capitulation, buy signal, right? Move up, okay? And now, of course, we have, and that was when Bitcoin was at, you know, stupid low levels, in the thousands of dollars, okay, or less. And then here again, okay, so you got your buy signal here, you got capitulation, and this is what I'm waiting for here, okay? I'm waiting for the buy signal. I'll get into that here in a minute. On our infinity indicator is what I mean. So you got the buy signal, right? And then the move up right after, okay? You had the buy signal here, okay? And then you had the move up after. Again, another buy signal, capitulation, buy signal, move up. Capitulation, buy signal, move up. Capitulation, buy signal, move up. All right. I'm going to have to. Capitulation, right? Buy signal, move up. Capitulation, buy signal. And this is really the only one where it didn't really move up much. It didn't go down. I mean, it went down a little bit. Not enough to exit the position and say, hey, this didn't work. But this is really the only one here where I didn't see a corresponding move upwards after the capitulation. Okay, we did get another area of capitulation here just a couple months later, and then a move up. Okay, so that this move up did come. It just came after another round of capitulation and another buy signal. Okay, so it's not like the indicator failed. It was just kind of delayed, I guess. Um, and we had what? Capitulation, buy signal, right? And then the move up. Okay. And here we are again. All right. We're at the capitulation. We have a buy signal. And what's going to happen next? I don't know. All right. I'm not going to pretend to know what's going to happen next. But looking at past performance and what happened in the past, what can we assume might happen? We can assume that what? 90% of the time, you're going to get capitulation and a buy signal, and then a move up. Okay. Um, so, in my opinion, what am I waiting for? Okay. Why don't I just enter here? Well, I have another tool. I don't have just this one indicator. I have my flagship infinity indicator, right? So right now that's telling me it's on a sell signal right now. So when would I enter? I would wait and we'd get a buy signal, because when we do start to move up again, as you can see, right? Here's a buy signal, right? Capitulation. Oh, well, we're just going to enter, right? Well, no, not necessarily. You wait until the buy signal, okay? Same thing here, right? You wait until the buy signal to enter, okay? Here, this one instance where it didn't work out well could have been avoided, even though, again, you probably didn't take like a big loss, if you took a loss at all here on this. But if you had the infinity indicator here and you waited on that buy signal as confirmation, then you would then have a quote unquote, I guess, perfect indicator, right? Because here, okay, buy signal, right? Capitulation, buy signal, wait until the buy signal, get the move up, right? Same thing here, right? You're already on a buy signal here, but capitulation, right? Buy signal, move up. Capitulation, buy signal. I have to zoom in more because now we're back at Bitcoin is at, just for reference, Bitcoin is at $5,000. Actually, it's at $3,000 here and change. Um, So, you can wait on the buy signal and maybe get a little bit better position. See, kind of same thing here, right? This kind of looks like what we're looking at right now, except for the big move down. But what's really interesting to me here is when do we don't have any capitulation here. Like there's no signals here. We get this great move up after the capitulation. And then when there's this barren wasteland here, that's kind of a sign that things aren't going so hot, right? And then when you get all these, when you kind of see the capitulation and the buy signals, that's when you get your moves up. At least just something that I kind of noticed. Um, so that's what I'm looking for. So we're on a sell at the moment, on a sell for Bitcoin, but we do have a buy signal here, and the capitulation period seems to be over with. So we get a buy signal. I'm going to go heavy on Bitcoin, Bitcoin-related stocks, Bitcoin miners, and just ride that wave up. That's the idea, or that's the plan at least, right? So anyway, that's something that I noticed, um, and just kind of. Oh, by the way, like and subscribe to this shit. By the way, I always forget this. I'm good at this. All right, I'm not a content maker. I'm not a great video maker. I don't pretend to be. But please like and subscribe to the content. What I was going to say is. The way I found this and the way that I am kind of showing you how I found this, right? What am I doing? I'm just going back and I'm looking at previous price action, and I'm looking for instances where there is a near perfect or a high level of um, uh, accuracy when these things happen. Okay, so I just showed you what we had: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So out of 17, actually, I won't call it, these last two were kind of this was in it's still kind of new. I mean, I probably could use it towards my point, but let's just count these two, so kind of where this red line starts. I feel like I could say these work, but look, the Bitcoin is at $239. Like, you know, so really where these signals start. So out of 15 or so, 14 of these, instances where we got these signals, we had a corresponding move up in the weeks and months after, right? So that's how I find these indicators, okay? And tweak these indicators, okay? Because if something happened in the past, there's a high likelihood of it happening again in the future. So if something happens 90% of the time, going back to 2012, and obviously the more times it happens, like, a dozen or so times is not a lot, right? So 90% out of 100 times, 90 out of 100 times is a lot more um, data than 9 out of 10 times, right? I would favor the 90 out of 100 times as more, more supportive than 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times can still be somewhat, of a coincidental, I guess you can say. 90 out of 100 times, at this point, it's likely not a coincidence. But that's all I do. And that's what I suggest you guys to do as well, to go back and look at price action and look at indicators and look at what the indicators are doing when this price action, before it happens, after it happens, during, while it happens, and look for things that you can exploit in the future and say, okay, when X, Y, and Z happen, the price goes up 9 out of 10 times. Okay. So what am I going to look for next? I'm going to look for X, Y, and Z. And when X, Y, and Z happens, guess what? That's where I'm going to put my money. And it's worked out very well for me. So I highly suggest you guys do the same. So, anyways, that's all I'm really looking at. The third thing I was looking at is the RSI. That's kind of telling me, hey, we are potentially, have a short-term bottom here. RSI is back over 50 and headed upwards, which is to me is a bullish indication. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens if we can hold this. These levels that we've kind of been playing around with here for a little while, and see if it really is a bottom. But the biggest thing that will tell me that is when we get a buy signal on the infinity indicator, okay? Because it's just been so. It's hard to go against something that's right so often. Anyways, that's all I got. Again, like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of this new content that I put out. And it helps the channel a lot. It helps me out and costs you nothing. So appreciate you guys watching, and I will catch you on the next one. My next video is going to be likely on a moving average indicator that you probably might not have heard of unless you watched some of my previous videos recently. But I'm going to show you how you can use that to as a form of like support and resistance. If you're not familiar with how to use moving averages as support and resistance, this indicator allows you to do that. And I'll just give you a sneak peek of it right now since you're here, right? So it's this this PHY phi smoothing indicator. Okay, and what I do, since you're here, you can have it do this chameleon thing. I like binary. Okay, so it just and you can change the colors too. Like I kind of like the yellow and purple. Obviously, yellow is bullish, purple is bearish. You can go in here and change that if you wanted, bearish to be red, or like, something like a reddish type color, and then bullish something like a greenish type color. You could do that as well. Um, and, let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see. Again, this is just kind of a tease, a sneak peek. But this can be a great tool for seeing which way the market is going. Okay. Um, check out my next vid, and you can see here when the market pivots, you get this like turn of colors, right? You get this turn of colors when the market pivots. Okay. Um, and I'm going to show you how to use this indicator in the next video. So appreciate you guys watching. And again, like and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it, guys.